Huge congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
I was just talking to Peter about, and Shirley as well, about how when I came out to screening, it felt like one of those films where you didn't come out the same person as you did when you went in, particularly for me, whether it's just like the awareness or just learning something new. And they said, you know, when you're actors, you don't necessarily feel that when you're making it, but maybe when you see it. I just wondered if you had that experience where when you'd seen the final film, all the things that you hoped would come true did eventually come true. Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
I was hoping I was going to give it to you today.
Well, we can talk about the making of it then.
We do, They kept sending me a link and it just, you know, like they go, you've got 2 days to watch it. And then I kept going, so I want to watch it on a big screen. And I was going, I'm going to watch it. And they went, oh, no, you're not. You know, you'll go to the thing. But making it, I mean, for me, one of the most extraordinary days, and had such a huge impact on me, was we were filming the scene where John, you know, Rob as John is he's giving a talk, and it's a room full of young people with Tourette's. So we got, you know, young people from all around the country came down for the day to film. And that was the most extraordinary day. These amazing young people who were so generous and smart and funny, and watching them make friendships and talk about the Tourette and be so open and generous and trusting. And I just had a great day, sort of sat, you know, and just going from story to story, and everyone's different experiences and how different people's, you know, Tourette's manifests itself. So it was such a huge eye-opener and a day of just education. But it was the generosity that these young people sort of entered into that day with. And just watching people, you know, talking to someone saying, I've never met anybody before with Tourette's, and then you could see they were, you know, and then watching them, and this was beautiful, but then they would, you know, the ticks would come and they'd be ticking. It was the most joyous, uplifting sort of day I think I've ever had on a film set, and I came away and went, it was worth it just for that, to spend that day with those amazing young people. You know, just that they were sort of starting out on their adult life, and you just think they're going to be all right, because they were just, they were fabulous. And, you know, some had their family there and the family support. And I know it's not easy, you know, it isn't easy for them because of, you know, society's, you know, foolish judgment on people. But they were extraordinary. So that sort of changed me. That did really raise my awareness and fill me with, more faith in humanity. So,
One of my favourite scenes in the film, it's a very simple scene, it's just you and Robert. I think he's just come back in making toast and you're just in the kitchen together. It's not a scene that's going to be, you know, a hugely important scene in terms of the drama or whatever, but just a simple scene between the two of you. I just wondered whether that was typical of your relationship, that it was just so easy between the two of you, because it's just you guys in the kitchen talking about toast and having a cup of tea, but it's such a powerful scene in its simplicity.
That's meeting Dottie and John. That is their relationship. They really are friends. It isn't sort of a, you know, not because he wouldn't but care, you know, or somebody who's taken, you know, feels a bit sorry for John. It isn't, because there's nothing to feel sorry for John about, because he's an amazing man, you know what I mean? He's you know, lived his life in such an extraordinary way and been such a huge inspiration. But just seeing Dottie and John together in real life, they're pals. It's equal. They both, you know, they both have so much respect for each other, and there's a lot of joy. You know, they have a lot of joy together, and they've got a brilliant sense of humour, and, you know, they're telling us lots of stories, experiences they've had together, and it is listening to two, you know, family, like, you know, close family, close friends. So that, I think, trying to imbue that into our relationship, and, you know, the two actors, as in what we're getting from, you know, the two brilliant real people that we're playing.
Yeah, nothing a cup of tea can't solve.
Absolutely.
Right? Such a nice British thing. Having a cup of tea can't solve. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. All the best. Enjoy the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.